Alright, we are getting into a new playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. I am so jazzed about it. I have been playing this game, I don't want to say obsessively, but I'm gonna be honest and say obsessively for a while now. I actually already finished the game all the way through once, and have been just mostly creating characters. I've actually kind of been on hiatus. Well, I haven't posted anything in a long time, but because I've been writing a lot of like stories, and I've created a bunch of different characters in my mind and in storytelling that I really want to bring to life in the game. A friend and I don't want to call it like fanfic, but we've been developing these characters, and so this is me about to put them into the world via Baldur's Gate. The game did just win Game of the Year, which is pretty cool, a couple days ago. So maybe my obsession is warranted. But yeah, here we are, ready for a new one. I also upgraded my PC, which is pretty cool. I've been watching, obviously playing and realizing that I had terrible graphics before. I'm so sorry for some of the stuff I've posted in the past. I didn't even realize how bad it got until I upgraded my rig. So, long story short, this is gonna be good. Ugh, every time that sends a chill down my spine. All right.
Who are you?
Okay, so we're gonna play a Dirge playthrough, a Dark Urge playthrough. After playing the regular old Tav the first time through, and now experimenting with the Dark Urge, I don't think I'm ever going back. Also gonna pick a drow. This character, it's important that they are a drow, specifically a Lulthsworn drow, because of some background stuff that I'll be getting into here. I'm also gonna make this character a monk, which, again, is really tied into who they are as a character, as a person. I'm just gonna tweak the ability points a little bit because Nyxx is not gonna be super charismatic, and I'm okay with that. I just want to buff their strength just a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm good with all that. Alright, so Nyxx is going to be female presenting but non-binary.
Where to next?
What was that?
Yeah, that's definitely the voice. Let's hear it again.
Pals. Something just woke up down here.
Perfect. And I am playing with some mods, so if you're interested in knowing my mod list, I'm happy to post it. I'm mostly right now trying to condense where I'm posting things. I have like a TikTok, I made a Tumblr, if anybody does those anymore. Yeah, so I will definitely share my mod load order, but if you're interested. So I'm gonna go with a face called Janessa. And I'm actually gonna get the hair out of the face really quickly. Again, these are all the question mark is modded hairs. Some have images, some don't. But let's see what we're working with. I want something that, again, is not super feminine. So you'll also notice here that I have Unique Tav as one of my mods, and it gives you the ability to just do different layers on your tabs, like skin, tattoos, makeup, things like that. So they do have here a infernal script tattoo that I like a lot. I really like this hairstyle. I've played around with it, but again, I'm gonna try to find one that's looks a little bit more envy, you know, because maybe I'll come back to it. I think that you can play around with masculinity and femininity as we're creating this character, but let's see what we got. Okay, that. I think I like that. And let's go down to the end of the list. I do also have some colors, some additional modded colors here. And I think the game automatically gives you dark brows, regardless of what your hair color is. But I do like here, again, through the magic of mods, we're able to give Nyxx light brows and even light eyelashes if we want. One's a little bluer, one's a little pinker. I think I like that one. I don't know. I really love this face. The cheekbones are, you know, so pronounced. It's so awesome. It does mean that sometimes hair clips through them. I have a pretty like simplified makeup style loaded in here, but I was messing around with some more extravagant ones, and sometimes the makeup would look a little odd. That's just what you get with modded faces sometimes, but I do really love this one. I'll have to shout out the mod creator here. Again, go to the comments. Leave me feedback if you want to know more about how I do mods and stuff. Alright, skin tone. Of course, I've expanded my skin tone palette. So I believe there was some drow skin down here. I'm always really tempted to pick just stark black skin because it, lore-wise, is what most drow would have. I think we've just, because it looks like that looks kind of startling to us humans, we've just kind of neutralized the way that we represent drow. Oh, like this is the drow skin. It's pretty purple. But I don't know, we'll find a balance. I was gonna go for something a little bit more bluish. I do kind of like that though. Cheeks are just a little bit too pink for me. So while I'm being indecisive and trying to decide what to do here, a little background. I planned on posting like I said, I've been writing some storytelling for this character. I've been writing some of their background. And with one of my friends, we have kind of developed this interesting lore for them. So a little background to what that is. So Nyxx is a Lothsworn drow. A little spoiler, I guess, if you haven't played a Dark Urge playthrough, plug your ears. But yeah, we know that Dark Urge is going to be a Ball spawn, and I've kind of headcanoned that Nyxx is the child of both Lolth and Ball. This unholy union has created this unholy assassin, this amazing fighter who studied under Lolth, hence the monk, monastic tradition thing. And while they were being magically conceived, they also had a twin, which is named Arness. He is my friend Sanaya's character. Shout out to Sanaya. And yeah, these two grew up very close together. They went through the Lolth trials, which if you don't know anything about like the world of D&D, the Lolth trials are insane. They are elective, so you don't have to go through them, but they're basically to prove yourself to the Spider Queen Lolth. And they require mental fortitude. You're plagued with nightmares. You have a deathly fear of spiders, which is so ironic because, again, your goddess is a spider. So, and obviously like physical trials and things like that. So, in the past, Nyxx was going through these trials and was killing it. This is hard to do two things at once, sorry. But yeah, so Nyxx is amazing, physically able, has the mental fortitude to withstand all of this stuff, and is set to be a champion of these trials. Meanwhile, Arness, their brother, is not doing so well because he is a boy. He was unplanned, and in the matriarchal society, he is not welcome, and they don't want him to be participating at all. So he's malnourished, he's underfed, and Nyxx, through coercion, even though they love their sibling, is kind of forced to leave him behind. And there's this scene that I've written of Nyxx watching her brother fall, that they believe that Arness has died, and that they've abandoned their brother. And only then are they kind of awakened. Up until this point, they've been living their life as a female, again, in this matriarchal society. But it's really like the loss of this brother that causes this awakening in Nyxx, and just a general realization that this obedience to this higher authority, to these mother and father gods, was putting them down this unrighteous path. And so while they were living the life of a Ballspawn and on their way to become the best unholy assassin, I'm gonna turn this off. We don't need to be seeing any of that. But while they were, again, set to be this amazing killer, what happened with Orin happens, and it's kind of like hitting the reset button for Nyxx. So they are thrown into where we're going to find them, in the Nautiloid here in a second. And even though they were contemplating their gender identity and their position as this child of gods, they now have the opportunity to really choose their own moral code and their own sense of identity. And yeah, that they are just going to be the person that they've always wanted to be. So we're going to see them grapple with some of those moral decisions and some of their instincts to cause harm. And again, just generally champion the weak after, and I'm also going to kind of headcanon. Oh, I love this tattoo, by the way. This spider tattoo. Perfect. again, great job, mod creator. But anyways, that they're going to be kind of plagued by memories of their brother Arnes and a time that they failed to do what was right. And yeah, it's going to become kind of a shock. Again, my friend Sanaya is playing with Arnes right now. And so he's, living his best life out there. So we've kind of headcanoned and written into our stories of these two characters that Arnes is alive, that actually, once thought dead, was found by a vampire and made into a spawn, and has been living in the Underdark, surviving, growing stronger, and was on his way to go reclaim his honor and position as a child of Bal and Lolth when he was attacked by Orin and kind of thrown into the same world as Nyxx. So we're going to, storytelling wise, link these two characters up into Act 3, where they'll join together once again and be shockingly reunited. I think that's kind of everything. If you want to read a little bit more eloquently put storytelling, then definitely wherever I end up posting their actual written story, I'll definitely make sure that anybody who comes to this little baby YouTube channel and is interested in learning more about how I obsessively develop my characters and wants to see Nyxx's background and story written out a little bit more clearly, I'll make sure that anybody who wants to see that gets the chance to. Yeah, okay. All right, I think I did it. I tried to go light on the makeup. I really wanted to go heavy with the jewelry just there, but being a monk, I don't think that they would want anything that you could grab and possibly rip off their face. So we're gonna go with this kind of asymmetrical look, and I just want to see if there's any other hair that I like. I do like this one a lot, but it's got that kind of curly texture that Astarion has, and I want to be original. See, I like that, but it really bothers me when hair clips through the ears. So we're not gonna go that route. I kind of like that. It does kind of throw me off the bright yellow monk outfit. I hate it so much. I wish you could pick your starting outfit. We're going to change it immediately when we arrive on the Nautiloid. But we'll take care of that when we get to it. I like that too, especially for a monk. But again, I'm trying not to do the long hair. I think I'm going to end up doing that thing I always do, which is go back to what I had at the very beginning. I could spend hours in a character creator. It's just honestly one of my favorite parts of doing the game. Again, I just love creating characters. I love embodying them. I do like this hairstyle a lot, but Roa Moonglow, I think her name is, has it. Again, I try to pick something a bit more original. Okay, where was it? Always drawn back to this one. I'll probably end up choosing that at some point. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay. All right, I think we got it. Let's change the name. And head off to the Guardian. Who, I was planning on doing a Guardian that looks like Lolth to kind of continue on this, with this motif of, you know, being controlled by this matriarchal voice, because of course the Emperor would do that, to try to trick Nyxx and manipulate them. But instead, I actually am going to try to, so like I said, I'm kind of writing this character in partnership with a friend who, so they've created this character named Arness, and in their playthrough of Baldur's Gate, they've created the Guardian to look like my character, Nyxx. Again, storytelling-wise, because the Emperor wants to pretend to be Nyxx because Arness had looked up to her, well, back when she was a her, so fondly, and feels betrayed by them. And yeah, so it's created an interesting story. Like when you get the opportunity to stab the Guardian, Arness totally does, just because of all this resentment and this bottle up feeling. So I'm going to try to do the same. I'm going to create Arness as a character here. I can't find the face though. None of these. Oh, wait, that's it. That's definitely it. Okay. My friend is also playing on PS5, so we're not going to be using any of the mods to create the character. Though obviously, the Guardian would look not exactly like the character because the Emperor would get it wrong. Again, spoiler. Sorry, I assume that you know some stuff about the game if you're here. Apologies. But yeah, I assume that it would be a little off. And also, Nyxx hasn't seen Arness since they were little younglings. So it's going to be not exactly perfect. Sorry, I'm looking up an image right now of this character. Speaking of a character, so if you watch my Dragon Age Origins playthrough, which if you haven't, you should, but I did all of that except for the character creation, this part, in character. So I did the voiceover, or the voice acting for the character. I'm planning on doing the same thing here. Just 'cause I love role-playing so much, and I love being the character. It's my favorite way to play a game, and hopefully that's why you're here too, because you like hearing the role-playing side of it, and you like hearing these characters get a voice. But I'm also going to do a little background. I'll jump in a little bit and give a little narration, rationale as to why Nyxx is choosing what they're choosing in different situations, just to kind of flesh out the character, because I think it's so important to differentiate and really make those choices. I know some of us, as we're playing a game, can just end up picking choices that we would pick in real life. I know it's hard not to do that, but I do think it's so essential to ground your character in their choices, and use them as character development. So I'll definitely keep doing the voiceover because I love that so much, but I'll also jump in with some commentary every once in a while, so a heads up on that front. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up Arness. Yeah, I did a little jump here. So notice he has black hair. That's an important part of his character. Another thing that sets him apart and makes him an outcast. Yeah, kind of like Dritz Jordan with the purple eyes. So yeah, he's done. I think we did it. We're ready to jump into this game. I am going to let the cinematic after this play through, but I'll see you on the other side.